Hi everyone, this video is going to be swatches and first impressions / reviews for NARS's new Christopher Kane collection. So this is NARS's collaboration collection with designer Christopher Kane. And the interesting thing about this collection, the sort of tagline for it is unexpectedly bold, shockingly natural, which seems like a contradiction, but I think when you see the swatches and hear my thoughts at the end of the video, you'll kind of understand how both of those things play together in this collection. It is currently available through narscosmetics.com, but if you don't want to purchase it through there, it will be available May 1st through other retailers like Sephora and Nordstrom. As always, I'll put a link in the description box below to where you can purchase the items now, as well as links to the individual reviews that I will do for each of these products so that you can get my finalized thoughts after I fully test them out. Alright, please subscribe to the channel if you like videos like this. More giveaways are coming up soon. Let's get looking at the swatches. So there are two new illuminating multiples, and these cost $39 each. This one is in the shade Quantum, and this shade is Violet Atom. So here's Violet Atom, which is a sheer iridescent violet. There's the heavy swatch, and now I'm going to show you what it looks like, kind of blended out. It's definitely going to be an illuminating or highlighting shade for the face. There you can see what it looks like up close. It's actually pretty subtle once you blend it in. Here's Quantum, which is a sheer iridescent magenta. Here's more of a blended swatch. Alright, so there you have the heavy swatch on the left and the blended swatch on the right. There is one eyeshadow duo, and it retails for $35. And this duo is called Parallel Universe. So on the left of Parallel Universe, we have this iridescent pink lilac. And on the right, we have a soft iridescent violet. This single eyeshadow retails for $25, and this shade is called Outer Limits. Outer Limits is an iridescent rose gold. I would actually describe this more as like a soft copper with that rose flash, and it is applied over primer. That's what it looks like. There are 4 lip glosses released with this collection. They cost $26 each. This shade is Mesmerize. This shade is Nebulous. This shade is Nucleus. And this shade is Glow Pink. So I'm going to start with Nucleus, which is a seashell pink. Next is Mesmer, which is a sheer neon pink. Third is Nebulous, which is a neon coral. And fourth is Glow Pink, which is a sheer fuchsia. Alright, there are your 4 lip gloss shades. There are 2 new blushes, and they cost $30 each. This shade is Silent Nude, and this shade is Starscape. So here's one layer of Silent Nude, which is a soft beige. Here's a second layer. You probably can't see anything. I can't really see anything either, even with 2 layers here on my skin. And here I am applying 3 layers. You really can't see anything. I'm actually surprised at how transparent it is. I thought that it would show up just at least a little bit. It's almost like it's a setting powder, at least on my skin. It is a pretty close skin tone match, so that of course contributes to the invisibility of the pigment. But even then, it seems like it just doesn't really have that much to it. Okay, here's an up-close shot. I mean, if you really looked with like a microscope at 3 layers here, you can almost see something, but still it's pretty surprising. Now, my skin is a little tanner than it usually is, so maybe this would show up on someone who has like porcelain, true porcelain skin, but otherwise it really just looks almost like a setting powder. Okay, I went ahead and added an additional layer to each of these, so this is now 2, 3, and 4 layers. You might be able to start barely being able to see the color there, but yeah, pretty much looks like just skin. Here is 1 layer of Starscape, which is a neon pink. Here it is with 2 layers. And here it is with 3. So you can see it's a bright color, but it is sheer, which actually is nice with a really bold color like this because it lets you build it up slowly and avoid that really clownish look on the cheeks. Okay, so there's 1, 2, and 3 layers of Starscape. Alright, so there you have NARS's Christopher Kane collection. I have actually fully tested out a few of the items. I have not yet tested out the lip glosses, but I have tested out the illuminating multiples and the eyeshadows. So for the illuminating multiples, I will say that they are pretty sheer. You can get a nice translucent flush of color and a sort of ethereal, but again, extremely subtle illumination on the cheeks with them. And I think that's sort of a theme with this collection because also with the eyeshadows, they are beautiful and shimmery, so you get a sort of ethereal or whimsical look with them. But the pigmentation is on the softer side, I guess. And the thing with the eyeshadows, all 3 of them, the 2 in the duo and then the single one, is you will definitely get fallout. So I would recommend that you spray your brush before you apply them onto the lids to help minimize the glitter or fallout that you will get later on in the day. I haven't yet put Silent Nude on the cheeks, so that will be very interesting because the formula, you can tell from swatching it, the formula isn't bad. It has a typical NARS blush formula, which is pretty soft and creamy and blends fairly well, but it's just that the color seems to be so spot on with the NC20, NC25 range that I don't know that it will really show up on anyone's skin unless you really, really pack it on and you have a skin shade that is lighter, so something like NC15 to NC5, truly fair to porcelain skin. Otherwise, I'm not really sure that it will do anything. And I have tried the Starscape blush, which I also like. I can apply it with a fan brush and just kind of build it up to get a neon-y pop of color, but something that is still wearable because the pigmentation is sheer. Alright, as always, make sure to check the description box below because I do individual reviews for all of the products that you see in this video after I fully test them. Let me know what your favorite part of the collection is in the comment section below. I hope that this was helpful to you. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next video. So, I mean, they were okay while they lasted, but definitely I'm not going to go out and make an effort to repurchase these. A foundation that I've completely used up from MAC. This is the Match Master Foundation. It has an SPF of 15. It has a pump dispenser, which is awesome. I have the shade number 2, which is a pretty good match for my skin, even though it looks kind of darker in the tube itself. Once it goes on, it's a pretty good match for my skin. I really liked this foundation and enjoyed it.